Hello all of YouTube land, I am Prairie Scooter, and I have come to touch upon a subject that's kind of hit a little close to home, maybe? I don't know, you can say whatever you want about that. A subject that seems to be circling around and coming up again and again over the last 2 months for me that I've seen is girls in games or girls playing games. Now, I want to speak my piece before I get started on this. And I just want to point out a few things as well while you started. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this simply because it's a point that I want to get across, and it's been driving me mad that girls are either looked at in a certain fashion or are treated a certain way. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to chase that tail. I'm not doing it to get more female approval, and I'm not doing it to get with someone. Let's just get that out of the way. Sex has nothing to do with my topic conversation today. And one thing I want to point out here that you could probably, and it's the main thing I'm going to point out, only thing I'm going to point out, and it's probably a thing you can already tell. I'm the target demographic for what video games are. 25-year-old white male living with or without their parents that enjoys all kinds of games. Now that we're out to this point in the standard, well, let's just begin our discussion. Girls that play games. Now, for most of you out there, this might seem like kind of an odd concept. Girls that play games? Oh god, there's no such thing as girls on the internet. There are. Lots, actually. Way too more than you would know. There are actually a lot of girls on the internet that I know for a fact could kick my ass at most of the games that I play. But why do I... Yeah, again, why do I bring this up? Well, I've been noticing a lot while playing games or across the internet that a lot of girls that play games are viewed as one of three things. One, well, they're a girl, so therefore they're just there for sex. They want to just get with me. Wrong. Girls play games the same reason you play games. They play games to enjoy themselves and break away from the reality, the false harshness of the world and reality. They don't play games to attract attention. More on that in a minute. Two, this girl is playing a video game just because she wants to garner the attention of a male audience with her boobs or ass. For some, that is the case. For most, not so much. Because a woman is playing games, it does not mean that she's literally seeking out attention. There are those few cases of which I have already expressed my strong distaste for. But yes, there are women out there who do play for attention, but most of them are not the ones that I'm referring to. Most of the girls out there that play games to play games. Same reason I gave them reason number one. The third reason, and this one I've heard a lot, oddly enough, while I've been playing games, is a girl's playing a game. Oh god, you must be so fucking ugly. Or, oh god, you're so overweight that you couldn't get a guy if you wanted to. Shut up. Okay? A girl's appearance or weight has nothing to do with her want to play games. Really, your talk about this towards women, all it's going to do is really just piss them off even more, to the point of they're going to remove any contact you have with them. Now, for you chauvinistic pigs out there that would view this as a way of saying, oh, she really is that, ha ha ha, you just kind of ruin the social link at this point. Women are people as well, and you know, it's been said multiple times in the past, women were viewed as objects. Women did not have as much input on a lot of things going through history. Now, not so much, but women are really were and even till today sometimes are viewed as sex objects. Or objects in general. I mean, if you think back to the 1950s, women were mostly viewed as homemakers, not even as participating members of society. I mean, that's why back in the 1920s, was it? It could be the 1920s. I don't know. I'm not a history major, and I don't know my history for the life of me. But it could. But back in that time period, there were rallies, and there had to be an amendment passed. I believe there was a bill of some kind passed that basically made it so that women must be treated as equals with men. And even then, it didn't happen. Women still struggled to compete with men because until like the last 20 or 30 years, women got paid 75 cents for every dollar a man made. Who knows why? It's stupid. But again, I bring this point across, and I want to make sure you guys understand it. Yes, women play games. Congratulations. You have boobs or an ass, whatever. You don't have the same genitalia I do. Congratulations. Want to play a game. It's really not much more than that. It's pretty much the same as if you walked into if you walked into the mall, a place that's normally viewed as a place for women, and you being singled out and suggested that you're merely there just to garner the attention of women. That's really what it is, guys. So every time you go to the mall to go to your GameStop or your local used game store, and imagine that you just get bullied out of there because it's a place for women. Mostly, let's not get into what malls really are and aren't for, but let's just say that women are in the mall a lot. But a lot of malls or shopping centers cater towards women. So basically, if you went into a mall, even if it wasn't for video games, if it was to like get clothes or something, if you just got ridiculed out of the mall or had to put on a fake disguise to even walk in there. That's basically what a lot of women in games have to deal with right now, is they either have to have themselves constantly muted or only talk through text so that they are not viewed as different from a male gamer. I'll tell you right now, it's bullshit that they have to do this. This is segregation at work all over again. Women are just the opposite gender of men. Men is part of their name. Therefore, they're effectively one of the guys. I use this phrase a lot when I talk with a lot of the girls I play with. Pervert. I said that sentence wrong. No. Jessica, that you saw in the recent GeekCon video, she's played Pokemon Puzzle League with me, Pokemon Rumble, all these games with me that are just... all these games with me that I've done on my channel, she's played with me. I've also played various matches of League of Legends with Gaia Crusher 9, who is a woman. I've been in various streams with several women who Lucky 70X knows, and I held a conversation with them normally. Women are people. Get over it. Also, another topic. A lot of people out there will notice that a lot of games out there, and I want to actually, before I move on to this next part of my conversation is basically going to be provoked by something I watched Tamashi Hiroka do. Girls in Gaming, her 2-part series on that. So a lot of what I'm about to say here is going to reflect directly on what her stuff is. That being said, you notice how a lot of games out there are basically catered towards women, or a lot of games are catered towards men. A lot of games out there are catered towards men that are the AAA titles, first-person shooters, war, military, grunt, manly. And a lot of games that are geared towards women to play are either party games, athletics games, workout games, or blatantly just have pink slapped all over it. I will tell you right now, I have more fun playing those games than I do playing any AAA title you will hand me. I think the only AAA titles I own are Nintendo titles. And even then, I don't play them all that much. Like, what do I typically play in a day? It will be either an indie title, a free-to-play title, or something that's geared towards basically the entire demographic you could think of. putting it more to perspective, I have played Super Princess Peach. I have 100%ed Super Princess Peach. It was a fun game, where the woman is actually the hero for a change. Keep in mind, it is still kind of a really easy or simple game, meaning that it's still aimed at women, so that women can't, because it's viewed as women are worse at games, therefore the game has to be easier. Fuck. Now I might just go all over the place. Warning. Random ranting ramble. And really, when it comes to women playing games, a lot of reasons why some women will play games and some women won't play games is women will play a lot of games that are easier for them. I don't want to try and single anybody out when I say this, but you know, I know more girls that will play games like Cookie Mama and things like that than girls that play something like I play, like Team Fortress 2. I know a few, but the spread is really big. But as we're moving forward, a lot of girls are actually getting into the mainstream market of playing normal games. Or playing, well, I say normal games, AAA titles or titles that are big hits. That's really all I want to talk about. I just wanted to say my piece on that. I apologize for the long rants vlog about it. Actually, I'm going to come back here. I know earlier I said that there are some women that do play games simply for attention. These women are easy to pick out. These women are the ones that will usually constantly talk about what their day was. You know, basically they'll have girl talk within your game. If the game is voice activated, even so, they could still say it in text. Anyway, a lot of girls that play games simply for attention make it pretty obvious that that's all they're there for. They will constantly talk. They will never shut up. And most of what they say is pretty much, "Hey, I'm a girl on the internet. Look at me. Congratulations, you're a girl on the internet. Thanks for pointing that out. I couldn't tell because your pitch is easily 3 octaves higher than mine. Now please get off my internet. You're simply here for attention." Meanwhile, the girls that actually play games are the ones that are quiet, calm, collected, don't say much. And when they do, so really, and I want to say this here, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to give me backlash on this video, just like, "Oh, you're just catering to women. You're just..." Sure, whatever. Say what you want to say. I know what I did. I said what I'm saying because I want to make sure to get the word out that women are people too, not just objects. If you're going to leave comments down below that simply say, "Oh, you made this video just to try and get with a woman, didn't you?" Sure, whatever. Go back to Rule 34 where that kind of thing happens on a second-by-second basis. So, as I was saying 2 minutes ago, thanks for putting up with my rant about girls in gaming. Really, I wish we could step away from this really subjectifying form of how video games work nowadays. I really wish a lot more girls would get into games and enjoy them just as much as guys do. It's a little bit on developers' parts, a little bit on our part. So I know someday in the future we'll come towards a middle ground where everything will be hunky-dory. Or I'm using awesome words. So yeah, eventually we'll come to a middle ground where everything will be like that, where it will be gender equality across all platforms. And until that point, we're kind of in a stalemate where girls are just viewed as either attention whores or sex objects. Now, if you will excuse me after I've had my rant, I'm gonna go play some good games.